Assalamualaikum. Welcome to SM Public Academy Campus 5. This is your math teacher, math subject, class 3, and I am your teacher, Mrs. Sana Rais. Welcome to SM Public Academy Campus 5. This is your math subject, class 3, and I am your teacher, Mrs. Sana Rais. So, this is our chapter fraction, and in this lecture we will study about equivalent fraction. We will study about the topic equivalent fraction. Now, what is equivalent fraction? What is equivalent fraction? Equivalent fractions are those fractions that have different numerator and denominator but are equal to same value. Equivalent fractions are those fractions that have the different numerator and denominator, but they are equal to same value. So if we have two fractions, it means that these two fractions are same because of the same value, but their numerator and denominator will be different. These fractions represent the same proportion of the whole. For example, if we have a shape, so these two fractions represent the same proportion of the whole. For example, you can see here in this fraction, this is a whole. This is a whole. So that's why we have written here one part out of one equal part. This is a whole and we have written here one part out of one equal part. Now we have divided this whole into two halves. We have divided this whole into two halves. The shape is of the same size and they have the same proportion, but now we have divided this whole into two halves. So each part is called 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2. In the same way, if you come to the third shape, we have divided this whole into 3 equal parts. We have divided this whole into 3 equal parts. And each part is called 1/3. 1/3. These are of the same size, but here it is whole. Here we have divided into two halves, and now we have divided into 3 parts. The proportion of the value is same. The proportion of the value is same. Now, in this shape, we have divided the whole into 4 equal parts. You can see here, we have divided this whole into 4 equal parts. And each part is called quarter, and all 4 parts are called fourths. All 4 parts are called fourths. In the same way, if you see this shape, we have divided the whole into 5 equal parts. Now we have divided the shape into 5 equal parts, and we have written here 1 upon 5, and the part is called fifth. Part is called fifth. Now come to this shape. Here you can see that we have divided the whole into 6 equal parts. We have divided the whole into 6 equal parts. And Mariam Ali, is there any problem? Mariam asks her brother, don't disturb you. And sit properly. Now, see, Now we have divided this whole into 6 equal parts. Each part is called 1/6 and the whole parts are called 6. Then come to the 7th shape. This is called the shape of whole and we have divided this shape into 7 equal parts. We have divided the shape into 7 equal parts and each shape is called 1/7. 1/7 and the all parts are called 7. The all parts are called 7. In the same way, if we see this shape is divided into 8 equal parts. This shape is divided into 8 equal parts. Each part is called 1/8 and the all parts are called 8. The all parts are called 8 because here the total number of parts is 8. So that's why we say 8. Now come to this shape 9. Here we have divided the whole into 9 equal parts. We have divided the shape into 9 equal parts. So it is called nines. And one part is called 1/9. One part is called 1/9. If there are two parts are shaded, we say 2/9. In the same way, the all parts are shaded, so that's why it is called nines. Now, come to 10th. Here the whole is divided into 10 equal parts. Here the whole is divided into 10 equal parts. And each part is called 1/10 and the all parts are called 10th. Now you can see from here whole to 10th, the proportion of the shape is same, remains the same. The proportion of the shape is same. But now in all the shape we have divided the parts into different numbers. Here we have divided half, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now here we have a shape in the form of rectangle. See, this is the one part, this is the one whole part, and we have divided this one whole part into 2 equal parts. We have divided this one whole into 2 equal parts. The proportion of the shape is same. But now we have divided this one whole into 2 equal parts and each part is called half. Each part is called half. In the same way, we have divided this one whole into 4 equal parts. The proportion of the shape is same, but we have divided this one whole into 4 equal parts. So each part is called quarter and all 4 parts are called fourth. All 4 parts are called fourth. Now come to this shape. Here we have divided this one whole into 8 equal parts. We have divided this one whole into 8 equal parts. The proportion of the shape is same, but now it has been divided into 8 equal parts. And each part is called 1/8 and the all parts are called eighths. Then come to this shape. Here we have divided this one whole into 3 equal parts. Each part is called 1/3 and all the 3 parts are called thirds. All the parts are called thirds. Now you can see here that this one whole has been divided into 6 equal parts. Now it has been divided into 6 equal parts. Each part is called 1/6 and all parts are called 6. All parts are called 6. Then here in the same way we have divided this one whole into 12 equal parts. We have divided this one whole into 12 equal parts, and each part is called 1 upon 12, and all 12 parts are called 12s. 12s. Now we have divided this one whole into 5 equal parts. Now we have divided here into 5 equal parts. Here we have divided 6 equal parts. Here we have divided 3 equal parts, 4 equal parts, and here we have divided the one whole into 5 equal parts. You can see that these all proportions are of the same size of the one whole. These all fractions are equal to one whole. So here we have divided this one whole into 10 equal parts. It becomes 10 equal parts, and each part is called 1 upon 10. Each part is called 1 upon 10. And these 10 parts are called 10. What are these called? These parts are called 10. Now we will come how we can make equivalent fraction. How we can make equivalent fraction. You can make equivalent fraction by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. We will multiply the equivalent fraction by the same number, so we can get the another equivalent fraction whose value will be the same. They have the different numerator and denominator, but their value will be the same. Here you can see this half. When we multiply it by 2, we get 2 upon 4. Here the shape is divided into 2 parts, and now it has become 2 upon 4. 4 out of 4 equal parts, we have here 2 equal parts. See, you can see. So 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4. Now we have further divided this shape into 4 equal parts, and it becomes 4 upon 8. Now when we multiply 2 upon 4 by 2, we get 4 upon 8. We multiply 2 with 2, the numerator, and the denominator we also multiply by 2. So we get here 4 upon 8. Here in the same way, when we multiply 4 upon 8 by 2, we get the numerator 8 and denominator 16. And both the values will be the same. The value of these fractions will be the same. Although the numerator and denominators are different, but their value will be the same. In the same way, when we multiply 8 upon 16 by 2, we get the answer 16 upon 32. Now the shape is divided, has been divided into 32 equal parts, and the numerator here is 16. 16 parts out of 32 parts. 16 parts out of 32 equal parts. And this 16 upon 32, 8 upon 16, 4 upon 8, and 2 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. These are all equivalent fractions. And we get these equivalent fractions by multiplying the same number. Here you can see in this example 1 upon 3. We multiply 1 upon 3 by 2. The numerator and denominator also, both we will multiply, numerator and denominator will be multiplied by 2. We get the answer 2 upon 6. 1 multiplied by 2 gets 2. 3 multiplied by 2, we get 6. So 1 upon 3 is equals to 2 upon 6. Now again we will multiply 2 upon 6 by 2. We get the answer 4 upon 12. 4 upon 12. Here the numerator and denominator are different from 2 upon 6, but the value is same. They both are equal. They both are equal in proportion. Now come to 4 upon 12. When we multiply 4 upon 12 by 2, we get 8 upon 24. 8 upon 24. And this is the equivalent fraction of 4 upon 12. The numerator and denominator is different, but the value is same because of the same proportion. In the same way, now when we multiply 8 upon 24 by 2, we get 16 upon 48. And this 16 upon 48 is the equivalent fraction of 8 upon 24, 4 upon 12, 2 upon 6, and 1 upon 3. These are all equivalent fractions because they have the same proportion. They have the same proportion in shape, okay? Here you can see what happens when the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are multiplied by the same number. We will not multiply any numerator and denominator by 0. We can multiply with any number, but not with 0. Okay, if you will multiply by 0, you will get the answer 0. So, except 0, you can multiply the fraction with any number. Here, this is the shape. Here, two parts are shaded out of 3 equal parts. And when we multiply 2 upon 3 by 2, they get the answer 4 upon 6. They get the answer 4 upon 6. Now this shape 2 upon 3 has been divided into 4 parts out of 6 equal parts. Now this shape has been divided into 4 parts out of 6 equal parts. The shape, where the proportion of the shape is same. Look here. This shape and this shape is equal in proportion. But here there are 3 parts, equal parts, out of which 2 parts are shaded. And here there are 6 equal parts, out of which 4 parts are shaded. So the proportion of the shape is same. But now by multiplying by 2, we get the answer 4 upon 6. Numerator and denominator has been changed. So you can see here what happens if the numerator and denominator are multiplied by the same number again. Here this is another shape. Here this is shape is divided into 2 equal parts, out of which 1 part is shaded. Out of which 1 part is shaded. This is the page number 110. Page number 110. So here you can see now we have divided this shape into 4 equal parts, out of which 2 parts are shaded. When we multiply 1 upon 2 by 2, we get the answer 2 upon 4. In the fraction you can see here, and in the form of shape you can also see here that this shape now has been divided into 4 equal parts. The proportion of this shape is same, but now it has been changed into 2 upon 4. Then come to this shape. Now we have multiplied 2 upon 4 by 2. We get the answer 4. We get the answer 4. And the denominator has been changed from 4 to 8. Now the denominator has been changed from 4 to 8. The value of these fractions is different. See, here 2 upon 4 and here it is 4 upon 8. The numbers are different, but the proportion is same. Here the shape is now further divided into 8 equal parts, out of which 4 parts are shaded. Out of which 4 parts are shaded. Beta, if you have any problem, you can ask me in the chat box, okay? In the same way, when we multiply 4 upon 8 by 2, we get the answer. Here we get the answer 8 upon 16. 8 upon 16. You can see here. And now the value of the proportion of the shape is same. But now the shape has been further divided into 16 equal parts, out of which 8 parts are shaded. Out of which 8 parts are shaded. In this way, we get these equivalent fractions 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 4 upon 8, and the last 8 upon 16. See, in these equivalent fractions, the numbers of numerator and denominator is changed. But all these fractions are same, is equal to each other because the proportion of the shape is same. You can see this is in this example that find the equivalent fraction of 2 upon 7. Here we have multiplied 2 upon 7 by 2. We get the answer 4 upon 40. Now this shape has been 2 upon 7 has been divided into 14 equal parts, out of which 4 parts are shaded. So that's why 2 upon 7 is equals to 4 upon 14. In the same way, if we multiply 2 upon 7 by 3, we get the answer 6 upon 21. 6 upon 21. This is the page number beta 110. I have written in the chat box page number 110. Just look at the screen. I am showing here beta. No need to open the book. There is no need to write right now anything. Just look here. So now when we multiply 2 upon 7 by 4, we get the answer 8 upon 28. 8 upon 28. Here, these all fractions are equal to each other. So that's why we say that these fractions are equivalent fraction. 2 upon 7 is equals to 4 upon 14, is equals to 6 upon 21, is equals to 8 upon 28. All these fractions are equal to each other because they have the same proportion of the shape. They have the same proportion of the shape. Now here you can see that there are two fractions are given and you will see that these fractions are equal. Here you can see that if we multiply 4 by 3, we get the answer 12 upon 28. We get the answer 12 upon 28. So here 7 upon 7 multiplied by 3, but when we multiply 7 by 3, we get the answer 21. So 28 is not the answer. So is it the equivalent fraction? Is it the equivalent fraction? Tell me, beta. No, this is not an equivalent fraction because when we multiply by 7 by 3, we get the answer 21. And here they have given us 28. So it is not an equivalent fraction. Now you can see here 3 upon 10. When we multiply 3 by 7, we get the answer 21. When we multiply 3 by 7, we get the answer 21. Is there any problem, beta? What do you want to ask? Now, when we multiply 10 by 7, 3 multiplied by 7, we get the answer 21. In the same way, if we multiply we get the answer 70. But here it is written 30. So is it equivalent fraction? Tell me in the chat box. Is it equivalent fraction or no? Tell me, beta, is it equivalent fraction or no? Yes, it is not an equivalent fraction because when we multiply the equivalent fraction, the numerator should be equal to the number. So here it is not equal. These are not the equivalent fraction. Now come to 5 upon 6. Here in the table of 5, when the 40 comes, 40 is the multiple of 5 or not? Tell me. So 5 times 8 is equal to 40 and 6 times 8 is equal to 48. So is it equivalent fraction? Is it equivalent fraction? Tell me beta. Yes, it is equivalent fraction. So this is the equivalent fraction. So we will write here now. Beta, come to the copy one. Come to the copy one. Everybody take out your copies. So we could start our new worksheet. Everybody take out your copy. Take out your copy and write index first. Write index first. Now in revision we will do worksheet number 2. We will do worksheet number 2. Everybody take out your copies and write index first. Worksheet number 1 we have done today in the first lot. Now we will do worksheet number 2. Now beta, can I move to the new slide? Everybody have written the index? Beta, Hafsa, we do all our work in copy number 1. We don't do any work in copy 2. So write this work in your copy number 1. Every time I have to tell you that we don't write any work in copy number 2. We do all work in our copy number 1. So look here. This is your worksheet number 2. Write the day, CW, day, and leave one line and then write division worksheet. Write division worksheet. And write after revision worksheet, leave one line again and write question number 1. Complete the following. Complete the following. Here we will do the revision worksheet of equivalent fraction. Here we will do the revision of equivalent fraction. Okay, beta? Time is getting short, so do it quickly in a neat and clean writing. Okay? Don't waste your time and start doing your work. Start doing your work, beta. So here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. Here we have two shapes which are equal in proportion. The first shape, in the first shape, there are three equal parts. How many equal parts are there? Three. Out of which one part is shaded. Out of which one part is shaded. And just in front of this shape, there is another shape which is in the same proportion, but it has been divided into further parts. So how many total parts are there? Who will tell me how many parts are there? How many total parts are there, beta? 6. Very nice. So there are 6 equal parts. There are 6 equal parts. And out of 6 equal parts, how many parts are shaded? 2. How many parts are shaded? 2. Here in this shape, one part is shaded out of 3 equal parts, and here 2 parts are shaded out of 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts. And these two fractions are equivalent fractions. These two fractions are equivalent fraction because they are equal in proportion. The shape, see, these two fractions, the shape are equal in proportion. The value of numerator and denominator is different, but they are equal because they are in the same proportion. Now come to this bit number B. 2 upon 5. Here it is 1 upon 5. And it is 1 upon 5, so it becomes 2 upon 5. So 2 upon 5 is equals to how many tens? Tell me how many tens here? 2 upon 5 is equals to how many tens? Tell me, beta. 2 upon 5 is equal to how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 upon 5 is equal to 4 upon 10. These 2 upon 5 is equals to 4 upon 10 because here the proportion of 1 or 2 upon 5 is equals to same 4 upon 10. You can see from this shape, from this figure that 2 upon 5 is equal to 4 upon 10. Have you done? Now question number 2. Write first 3 equivalent fraction of 2 upon 3. Right. So what we will do? We will write here. We will multiply by 2. We get the answer 4 upon 6. 4 upon 6. In the same way, and we multiply 2 upon 3 by 3, we get the answer 6 upon 9. This is the first equivalent fraction. This is the second equivalent fraction. And the third one, you will do it by yourself. I have written here 2 equivalent fraction, but the third one you will write it by yourself by multiplying 2 upon 3 by 4. We will multiply 2 upon 3 by 4. We will get the third equivalent fraction. Here, okay? I have written here just 2 equivalent fraction, but the third one you will do it by yourself by multiplying 2 upon 3 with 4. You will get the another equivalent fraction. And all these numbers are equivalent fraction because they are equal in proportion. Although their numerator and denominators are different to each other, but they are equal in proportion. That's why these are equivalent fraction. The third one, beta, you will do it by yourself. Now I am going to finish this lecture. So, thank you class. Till then, Allah Hafiz, fi Aman Allah.